What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to I Do It Myself. I am Wayno. Good morning. If this is your first time here, stay here. Hit that sub button. If you like what I do, run them likes up. Today we talking about Dr. Umar Johnson, aka Dr. Strange. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But we're gonna have a serious conversation about Dr. Umar today. Because I've been watching for weeks. I've been watching for months. I've been watching all of the stuff that Dr. Umar's been doing over the years. And for him to be who he is, I know he wants to be taken serious. But at the same time, I understand having humor. I understand being performative. I understand being entertaining. But at what detriment, right? At how hard are you going to go in all of those other fields other than the one that you really, really say that you want to be in? So if you don't know by now, he's supposed to be starting his school, FDMG, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, right? And recently, it's supposed to be up for a sheriff sale. Auction, you know what I mean, is over for the school. So it says recent reports indicate that as of August 13th, 2025, the FDMG Academy campus in Wilmington, Delaware is reportedly facing a sheriff sale, meaning the property may be up for auction due to unpaid debts, other legal/financial pressures. All right, let's continue, right? It says that social posts and all that. He's been going on social media saying that his accounts got frozen and all of this. He has a $76,000 judgment connected to the school for related expenses. Okay, we've been watching Dr. Umar Johnson daily, weekly, monthly, you know what I'm saying, yearly, go on podcast tours, tell everybody what they should be doing, brags about how people pay him to speak in all these different places. Yet, I'm not going to sit here in front like you can't run into no financial troubles on your own or personally because it happens to the best of us. Mike Tyson blew through $150 million. So I'm not going to sit there and hold that against him. But I just think that he be doing the wrong shit. You out here playing, you out here talking too much, and you're not talking in the right spaces. You doing these podcasts that pay you X amount of dollars to pull up so that they can argue with you, argue your points, whatever, but you don't have your own platform. You don't have all these other things yet. You giving out the content for free, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You giving out the content for free. Shaq done a fucking fool out here. You know what I'm saying? Being disruptive. Now, I understand being entertaining. That's one thing I do understand about Dr. Umar Johnson is that he got to be entertaining and all that. But you are saying that you want to start a boys' school, a black school for boys, right? And all of the shit that you be doing, you don't think that that might get in the way? Now, a lot of Dr. Umar's opinions might rub people in the wrong way, right? It might make people uncomfortable. He's not into interracial marriages or dating or biracial kids and none of that. And listen, depending on who you talking to, they're gonna ride for the same shit, right? Now, with that being said, I wonder how many people that are in power who don't like him live in Delaware or work in that whole wheelhouse of space of what he's going through. So I want to go through a couple of Dr. Umar videos, and this is him talking about what he's currently facing or going through.
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. My personal PayPal account is Umar the Psychologist at yahoo.com. So that's paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/UmarThePsychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or hit my Apple Pay using my cell number 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have any sons. I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me.
I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Dr. Umar, like, I understand like the mission or the cause or what you're trying to accomplish. I mean, for myself, I want to do a lot of philanthropy work someday. I know that I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying? I know that I'm not there yet, but like, he does not have his shit together at all. Who's the team? Who's the team? We always see Dr. Umar by himself, right? We never see him with a team of people or people working with him. Dr. Umar, over the past 10 years, yes, he's been trying to raise money to start this school for over a decade. It says the initial launch, you know what I mean, was in 2014. Dr. Umar Johnson began his fundraising efforts around 2014, aiming to purchase St. Paul's College, a deficient HBCU in Virginia, to establish the FDMG, right? But it says nearly 10 years later, by early 2023, so we talking 12 years now at this time, Johnson confirmed that it's been nearly 10 years since he began raising money for the School for Black Boys. And let's just put it like this. In 10 years, brother, in 10 years, he done been on a Breakfast Club. He done been on some of the highest profile platforms that exist. Dr. Umar Johnson, one thing we know about him is that he talks a lot. Now, I'm not even against Dr. Umar Johnson on some G shit. Like, I'm not even against Dr. Umar Johnson. He be saying a lot of shit that's right and a lot of stuff that makes absolute sense. And a lot of people try to argue him. But my whole thing is, bro, you could have been documenting this process. In this world of content and content creation, you done gave out so much shit for free. You shouldn't have a $75,000 bill that you can't figure out how to get. You shouldn't be on IG talking about you ain't got no money and to PayPal you or to Venmo you or to Apple Pay you. Let's just keep it 1,000, bro. Like, for a person that's saying they want to start a school, how many people would feel confident sending their children to this school, even if you was able to bounce back from this? Just off the mere fact that the optics is crazy, my nigga. It look like you don't know what you're doing. Straight up and down. It don't look like you know what you're doing. It don't look like you're into what you're doing. It looks like you just want to be seen and heard. Now, that doesn't mean that behind the scenes you're not doing the work, but visual optic wise, you ain't been doing shit to be in a position that you've been campaigning for, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really, I think dress for the job that you want is more than just like a literal term. Like, all right, let's just watch more of Dr. Umar's videos of him talking about the situation he's currently in.
Special announcement. FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Brothers and sisters, we are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Tunde. We are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Tunde. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. So, not only are the accounts frozen, make sure y'all hit my Venmo and my PayPal, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist. On August the 5th, brothers and sisters, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this. We were not notified of this. This past weekend, without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus.
Talking about selling your campus. Now they talking about selling your campus. Now I'm playing. You know, he keeps saying the same shit 4 and 5 times, 6 times in a row. I mean, I guess that's just a communication tactic. But honestly, man, let's watch some more.
Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question? Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus? Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our schools behind our backs. They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers that they were going to sell the school, and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. I believe that they wanted to sell the school before we found out. We were not supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received no email. We received no phone call that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door. In a low-income neighborhood, they put a notice on the door with rubber band and masking tape. They put a notice on the school front door with a rubber band and masking tape.
Umar, man. Umar, bro. I'm going to keep it a stack. All the way a stack with you, bro. Listen, man. Dr. Umar is an intelligent man. A confident man. You know what I'm saying? I actually believe that he's a leader and he can lead. I just think you just be doing too much, bro. Like on some G shit. You just be doing too much. You in too many spaces. You're not focused. If you have a team, it takes a team to have a school, right? Or to run a school. I'm pretty sure you've got people in place, because I remember Lord Jamar, you know what I mean, was interviewing him and tried to give him some advice. And he basically shunned Lord Jamar and told him he don't need his help. He don't need him to tell him. He got people that run schools. He goes all over the country and all over the world to speak, and he has tons of credentials and tons of, you know, people that he speaks to that can advise him to go in the right directions. And for all that to be said, bro, and you going through something like this publicly, maybe somebody's trying to humiliate you, or this is backlash from you doing shit like this to humiliate yourself.
I'm coming out for the ladies. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. You make a $500 donation to FDMG Academy, ladies. $500 donation to FDMG Academy, and you get a free lunch with Dr. Umar, restaurant of your choice in the state of Wilmington, Delaware. I said we got a new program called Lunch with Dr. Umar. Private lunch. Ladies, you got to donate $500 to the FDMG Academy, and I will take you to lunch, private lunch, any restaurant you want in the state of Delaware. It's called Lunch with the Doctor, and it costs you $500. You don't pay for the lunch. I pay for the lunch. Any restaurant in the state of Delaware. Oh, yes. Brothers, don't hate. We got to stop hating. Brothers, we got to stop hating. Don't hate my ninja. Because if I ask your wife if she want that luncheon, if I ask your wife if she want that luncheon, if I ask your baby mom, do she want that luncheon with the doctor, we know what she gonna say, ninja. Don't test my intellectual gangster. If I roll up on your girlfriend, your live-in prisoner, you call a girlfriend. If I roll up on your live-in prisoner, your romantic prisoner, you call a girlfriend, who ain't there because she want to be, she there because she got to be. If I roll up on your romantic prisoner, my brother, if I roll up on your romantic prisoner, you call a girlfriend who living with you because she got to, not because she want to. Do she want that lunch date with the doctor? Do your wifey want that lunch date with the doctor? I think we all know the answer to that. Me and you are not the same. I keep telling you that. Me and you, we not the same. You not 6'3", dark chestnut cocoa brown with the North Philly beard. You ain't Leo King, ninja. You ain't Pan-Africanist #1. Nobody flying you to every continent to hear what you got to say. Only me. Don't make me take my t-shirt off and turn into King Kong right now. Don't make me beat my chest. Don't make me beat my chest. King Kong. Stop playing.
Remember that scene in Martin, where Martin said to Tommy, he said, how long, Tommy? How long you been out here shaking your ass for cash? You know what I'm saying? Now, you might not be asking for people to give you money, but like, it's the same shit. Like, you saying donations and you saying you ain't got no bread, and now you up there talking about you'll give a donation to the academy and you'll take a woman out for lunch. Bro, let's just keep it a stack, man. You look foolish out here. You look foolish out here, bro. And I believe in him to an extent. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him personally. I know him like everybody else on the internet know him. And I want to see him succeed. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to see Dr. Umar succeed. But bro, this shit, now it's at the point where people about to start saying you look like you shucking and jiving. You know what I mean? People is going to start saying shit like that, because I just think that everything that he does is performative. But who are you performing for? You know what I'm saying? Who are you performing for? It's not for the school. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily for the school. Everything is done within the light of the school. But let's just be 100 with it, man. You ain't putting in the work in the right places. Dr. Umar, with all the notoriety that he has, the access that he has, I mean, I don't see why he ain't able to access athletes, straight up and down. I think that just through athletes alone, if you got the right group of investors together, you would have been had 3 times the money if you were serious about what you was doing. And not to say that you aren't, but where's the plans? Like, listen, I'm not an investor in Dr. Umar's school, so maybe when you send a donation, you get this information, but it just don't look right. And I'm gonna tell you what it's looking like. It's looking like this.
If you steal from a man, you can replace what you steal. And always cross in the green, never in between. Honorable Elijah Muhammad Ali floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee.
You know, I hate for people to be looking at, you know what I'm saying, Dr. Umar as, you know, a character, you know what I'm saying? But that's how it's looking right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta tighten up, my nigga. You gotta tighten up. You could have had a podcast, got a podcast deal. You'd have made wild bread over the past 5 years, even with podcasts dying down. You'd have made so much money where you wouldn't have needed nobody to donate to you. But jack all trades, you got to be a master of at least one. This is I do it myself. For the ones that rock with me, you know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually will. Catch you on the next one. Peace.